Hello and welcome to another episode of FinTech Focus TV with me, Toby Babb. Today we are here in London at the Buy and Build conference, and it's my absolute pleasure to be joined by David Marcus. David, how are you?
Thank you, Javier. Thank you for having me.
Listen, it's lovely to meet you. I've just been hearing a little bit of the background. You're talking a little bit later on, keynoting, and this Buy and Build conference, I think in itself is a really interesting area right now. There's lots that you're going to be going into, but before we do that, tell us a little bit of background about yourself and the business.
Thank you. So I am the founder of Quantoro Technologies and also the head of investments and AI in IO Capital.
Okay, fantastic. And tell me a little bit about what you're going to be talking about today.
Today I want to show the past, the present and the future of AI in investments, trading and portfolio management.
And I think the interesting thing about the past, present and future is they are very different. I think if we look about this sort of whole investment world, we've seen something that I think has been pretty slow to adopt technologically, if that's fair to say. The present, I think, has been going through a massive change. In fact, probably the last 5 to 10 years or so has seen a rapid advancement in this space. But I think the future is where it starts to, the present and the future is where it starts to get really exciting about what we're seeing. So you said beforehand that you believe the investment process is broken. Expand on that a little bit. Tell us what that looks like.
Sure. Everything started for me about 1.5 years ago when I went for a dinner with my colleagues. These are a group of PhDs in physics, and many of those went into finance. And I asked the question, how many of you invest? And I was surprised how few people actually do invest, and the ones that do invest, how painful they find it to invest. Whether there's a lot of frictions, they have to go into all these different platforms, whether they find it risky, obscure, time-consuming. So then we wanted to take it upon ourselves to make the investment process a little bit more linear and simplify it, right? So what happened at that point in time is that we said, first of all, we need to give investment ideas to the investors. Where should I invest? What are possible ideas that fit my purpose? Then we need to give the possibility to develop a strategy and to test when to go in and out of the market. And finally, we need to give the possibility to put everything into a portfolio and to diversify as you wish. And finally, trade or launch a structured product, such as actively managed certificate.
And so enter stage right, AI, which obviously has the opportunity to drive this further forward. Tell us what that looks like and how it's got the opportunity to change the game a little bit.
Yes, AI, and in particular AI agents, we see that can simplify the investment process very much. At the moment, you have to go into different platforms, and then you find it very difficult, for example, if you are not a quantitative investor, to test whether your strategies to invest are particularly successful. So we want to bring quantitative investment available for everyone. And this can be done thanks to AI agents.
Yes.
We form a class, which will be an agent, and then you will talk to this agent, develop for me a specific strategy in the market, backtest it for me, and put it into a specific portfolio. This is what AI agents can do for you. This is what we've been doing. Investment ideas can also be given through the algorithms. So we have developed an algorithm that actually gives you recommendations based on the stocks that you selected previously. So it gets to know you the very same way that Netflix gets to know you. So the first step is investment ideas. The second step is developing a strategy and testing that strategy, and finally to trade that strategy in the market. So we combine all these steps into a single platform so that the investors can actually see a process that is not scary. They can develop quantitative strategies, they can backtest them, they can manage their portfolio, all in a single platform.
That's incredible, isn't it? When you think about where that goes. I did an interview at the start of this year where they were saying that the 2025 is going to be the year of the agent. I don't think we thought 9 months ago that it would be quite where it is already today, and you've been sort of at the very heart of that. Tell me about the journey. I mean, you mentioned it beforehand, right? The process of where you're sat there and talking to your friends and surprised about the whole process. But give me your view of that allowed you to start on this journey and to sort of pull the strings to be where we are today.
Right. So I've been at the buy side and sell side during my career. So I've seen the pain points on both fronts, right? when you even look at professionals, how professionals do invest, there's a time-consuming process, and also it's very delayed. When by the time that you want to take a decision, maybe the market has already moved.
Yeah.
So we wanted to be more timely. In order to do so, we wanted to integrate AI and deep learning into the investment process. So we were able to do that because we were already working a group of quants into deep learning for investments and for trading analytics. So that's how it all started. Then we started to develop reinforcement learning algorithms for the areas of execution trading, market making, and alpha capture. And we started to see that the language of reinforcement learning is actually very natural to attack these problems. Because if you think about it, a trader is nothing but an agent that reacts to the environment, which is the market. And this can be mapped into a AI problem, a reinforcement learning problem. So that's what we did, and we realized that there's a lot of potential. And then we said, let's take it one step forward and bring the AI agents and the reinforcement learning agents throughout the whole investment process. Idea generation, strategy building, and portfolio construction.
I've had some interesting conversations with this about the sort of disintermediation of the industry through AI, and it's interesting you put the terminology there that the trader is effectively an agent at the same sort of stage. So do you see this as some people do, as augmentation of the human, or do you see it as replacement?
Well, I don't see it as replacement, I see it as a complement, because AI agents are very good in computation, but traders are very good in conscious decisions that require intuition at the moment, right? So there is actually an argument in the industry that says AI cannot become conscious because there are certain truths that we intuitively know to be true, but we cannot prove them. This is an argument by Sir Roger Penrose based on Gödel's theorem. So the idea is that we need to find a niche where we target problems, for example, problems of the type, I know that you know that I know. These are the type of problems that we humans are still better than AI, and these are the type of problems that also the traders can have some competitive advantage. But when it comes to automation, data crunching, even developing and testing strategies, AI is really catching up.
So it should play to the strengths of the human and all that sort of thing. And ultimately, as you say, I think the sort of byline for now is for now. That's what you were talking about. Whether that sort of learns and develops in the coming years, it'll be interesting to see where it goes. So. We've spoken a little bit about the future there, and obviously how you're sort of moving that further forward. But if you're sat there for your business, for the industry, what are some of the things you expect to see in the future now?
In the future, I would like to see more people trading and trading more quantitatively. And in order to do so,
I think that's important, isn't it?
That's very important because if you think about the timing in the market moves very fast, but the humans, we need to catch up with the speed, right? So I would like to see a future where we can actually talk to an agent every morning and then ask the agent, how is my portfolio doing? Can you change this part of my portfolio? Etc. So really having a conversation about my investments with my AI agent. For example, we can ask a question such as, give me 5 assets that had a Sharpe ratio larger than 1 last year, and whose CEO is from a particular nationality, and build me a trend-following strategy with those assets. Backtest it for me, tell me what I could expect in the next 6 months. I would like that future to come sooner than later. That's why what we are working is precisely this type of tools. You talk to an agent about your investments, you talk to an agent about your ideas, and the agent is capable of backtesting hundreds of thousands of strategies to then select the one that fits you best and also that works in the market.
Fantastic. So you're, as we say, on stage later on today. You've got a captive audience through there. If you can give 1 or 2 things that you want them to walk away from your conversation with, from your presentation with, what are 2 of the takeaways that you'd really want people to be thinking about having listened to you today?
Sure. One is that there is good news in terms of AI.
I think, agree.
I don't believe that we are going to be completely replaced. if we focus on tasks that involve more conscious decisions and also emotional type of decisions, for example, sentiment analytics is a very difficult field for AI, even though we have large language models. The traders still do have a very good intuition through many years of experience. The second part, apart from a positive message that AI is not yet here to replace us, is that tools like reinforcement learning can help massively in simplifying the investment process. At the moment, you have to go to a platform to optimize your portfolio, another platform to do your research, another platform to do your trades. We can actually do AI and use AI agents to linearize this process in a single platform. So there's a lot of things to work on, and that's what we're doing.
And you're enjoying it by the looks of it.
Yeah, exactly.
So David, tell me where people can go and find out a little bit more, where they can look up the business, find out a bit more about getting in contact with yourself as well.
Sure. They can go to the website quantoro.com. They can find me on LinkedIn, or they can find me in this conference.
Fantastic. Listen, absolutely wonderful to meet you. Thank you so much.
Likewise.
And thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next episode. Thanks a lot.